You're here to teach me?
Yes, I am.
What exactly is mobility management? This episode of CU Live is sponsored by our friends at MORPC, the Mid-Ohio Regional Planning Commission, and features stories about local and regional partners that envision and embrace innovative directions in economic prosperity, transportation, sustainability, and an inclusive Central Ohio. MORPC's transformative programming, innovative services, and public policy initiatives are designed to promote and support the vitality and growth in the region. For more information, visit morpc.org or click the link in the video description. Hi, welcome to CU Live. My name is Walker Evans. I'm the co-founder of ColumbusUnderground.com. Joining me today is Lexi Petrella. She is an associate planner at MORPC, the Mid-Ohio Regional Planning Commission. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Cool. Today, wanted to talk with you a bit about mobility management.
Yes.
Something I don't know about. You're here to teach me?
Yes, I am.
What exactly is mobility management?
So I love talking about mobility management. It's a new role for me at MORPC. Mm-hmm. I've always been in the transportation domain management, sustainable transportation role. But we recently decided to apply for 5310 funding from the federal government. And that funding is for mobility management for older adults and people with disabilities. Mm-hmm. So this is a growing issue across the country of having transportation options for older adults, people with disabilities, people with low incomes that need mobility options to get to where they want and need to go. Mm-hmm. So MORPC applied for 5310 funding to do mobility management for Franklin County. Mm-hmm. So that means we are doing some innovative planning and some work with regional partners and partners outside of our region to help older adults, people with disabilities, people with low incomes, caretakers, or their organizations to find mobility options that work for them, often transit and different forms of transit. So for our Franklin County program, we are working with the partners, and then we're also going to have technology that they can go onto a platform and easily search based on their needs of where they're going and what kind of funding options can be eligible for them.
Cool. Mm-hmm. So helping older residents and residents with disabilities get to where they need to go
Yes.
is always an ongoing issue, but from what I've read, it sounds like it's going to be a growing issue as
Yes.
the boomer population kind of ages. It's like a gray wave is kind of what people are calling it. Do you see that just becoming more and more important as these people want to age in place, maybe in suburban communities where they need extra assistance in getting to where they need to go?
Right, and it's not just older adults in our suburban communities, it's older adults in our rural communities that need to go to medical appointments in Franklin County, or that need to visit their families, if they need to go to the grocery store. We're trying to find ways that we can fill gaps in services that exist, and also increase their quality of life so that they can be as independent as possible.
Yeah. I mean, we talk a lot about, technology and innovation and transportation on Columbus Underground, and try not to always see things through the lens of what younger and able-bodied people are able to utilize. So for every scooter startup that's deploying electric scooters, or any sort of app-based platform, expecting an 82-year-old to use an Uber to get to where they need to go might not always be feasible.
Right. Yeah. So part of what we're trying to overcome is helping this be as few steps as possible from where they're searching for mobility options and then actually scheduling the route. Mm-hmm. Something else that we're considering, which from my understanding is pretty innovative, is incorporating active transportation education into this, because a lot of older adults, biking is a great option. It's easier on your knees, and a lot of them have biked previously. But we need to provide education resources to where they feel confident to use bikes for the first time, or for the first time in a really long time.
So in the work that you're doing right now and kind of the outreach, it sounds like you're looking to engage more maybe with caregivers, or maybe like the younger members of the family. So when you're talking about developing these new technologies and databases and ways for people to interact, is it more with maybe like the younger person taking care of their parents? Is that kind of the approach?
It's a lot of different things. So our first step is talking to the regional partners, and that's not just counties or other mobility managers in rural areas. It's also talking to organizations like that have a lot of older adults that need to get to where they want and need to go. And when we meet with them, we're going to be talking about the challenges that each individual organization or geography is facing and how this program can support them from a regional perspective. The next step is going to be kind of developing the platform for this mobility information accessibility, and then working with the public, whether that's the actual individual who needs it, their caretaker, or somebody else, so that we can make sure it's actually benefiting the community and actually being used for what it's designed for.
Cool. Well, thanks for sharing about this really important work that you're doing.
Yeah, thank you so much.